I hope you're listening me.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So the first task of writing is what they're going to give you for 150 words, and that's what you're going to write a letter. And in the second task of academic and general, both are the same, and that's what you're going to write an essay. All right. Now I'm going to give you some hints, tips, and strategies of writing as I have just given in brief in my webinar, but I'm going to explain you here in detail as you can see here. And now I'm going to show you today at least the first task. Okay, we're going to have at least the first task over here so that you could practice them at home as well. All right. Now, before we go ahead, I would like to tell you that we have two types of writing over here, so academic and general. As we are going for general, as it could be quite easy for you as well, and we can say you're going to go for this one easily. So task 1 and task 2, you're going to have only two tasks over there for writing. Getting it? So task 1 will be there for which will contain 150 words. Now, do you know how the words of the counting is being done in IELTS?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll show you in detail how the words are being going, how the words are going to be counted. Okay, next one. Now if you see
Okay, sir.
here, the task 1 is there which will contain a formal letter, informal letter, or semi-formal letter. Okay, so you have to write according to the situation. Today I'm going to show you some of the examples which I have practiced at my time as well, and the data which I have already with me. I've just taken some of them good letters to make you practice over here. All right, and task 2 is there which will contain for 250 words. Two, you have to write an essay over there. So like this you have the 60 marks exam, this one. Oh, sorry, 60 minutes exam. All right.
Okay, sir. So what do we mean by semi-formal?
I'll show you, don't
Okay,
worry.
sir.
One is formal which was completely official, and informal
Yes,
means what,
sir.
which is completely unofficial. And
Yes,
semi-formal
sir.
are the words, other letters we are just going to write to the manager, we're just going to write to the new assistant as well, the people who are just in touch with us, or we have just met them first time or twice or thrice, but we are just talking to them very formally, but in some kind of ways we are going to end the letter in some kind of informal ways that I'll show you, don't worry.
Okay, sir.
So point number 1 is what the task 1 is there for 150 words which will contain formal, informal, and semi-formal letter, and task 2 will be there for 250 words which will contain an essay. Okay, point of views, arguments, and problems will be there in that essay. You have to just write down the essay according to them. So essay I'll just get back to you to later, but before that today I'm going to show you the lectures over here. Okay, now how the algorithm of IELTS writing goes and how does it work, I'm going to show you here today in detail. As you can see here, tips and strategy of writing. Now academic writing is there for task 1. Okay, that's what writing, what they're going to give you some kind of um, summary, that you are going to write down the summary of a pie diagram, chart diagram, or map. You're going to write down the summary of a given paragraph. So in that you're going to do only three things as I've just told you before
Verbal
also.
to non-verbal.
Pardon?
Verbal to non-verbal.
Yeah, exactly, verbal to non-verbal. So this is what exactly you're going to do, the three things as I've told you before also. Always remember, the moment when you're speaking or writing anywhere, speaking or writing, you're going to just remember three things. That's what: introduction, main body, and conclusion. As I've just told you before in speaking test, that was what? That introduction, general information, advantages, disadvantages, and at the end that conclusion will be there. All right. So in the main body, everything will be coming. That I'll show you now in detail. So point number 1 will come first, and that's what: introduction. The moment when you are writing a letter, you should finish just in 3 paragraphs. Why 3 paragraphs?
It should not be so lengthy.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'll tell you why. Because the moment when you are writing a letter, so it is not an essay, first of all. And as they have just said, just only 150 words you're going to write down. Means what, if you are going extreme less, if you're going around 160 also, so they're not going to choke your throat. Is that clear? So remember this one, that if you're just
Yes,
going for
sir.
160 words also, so they're not going to deduct your marks, but they're going to give you the average marks already. And apart from this one, if you're because see, nobody counts the words literally.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
nobody counts the words literally, but you shouldn't get lesser than 150 words over there in your letter writing. If you're going to give the lesser than 150 words, so what will happen? They will have the point to deduct your marks. All right.
Yes, sir.
Remember this one. So in academic one, what do they do? They are just going to give you some kind of summaries and all. But in formal, in general one, they're going to give you some letters. That letters I'll show you here. In the letters also, you're going to do the same thing: introduction, main body, and conclusion. So in introduction, you're going to write down what? Summaries in the information of the paragraphs, diagram, table, chart, or avoid copying words and phrases from the questions. Now I'll tell you one more thing. One of the most important thing is what? Now some of the people are there, as I've already told you, the moment when you are just listening or reading, you should be very, very good with your, good with what? Yes, Miss
Our
Apekshita.
words.
You should be good with your words. Exactly. And what sort of words are those?
We should not copy as it is.
So what could we do?
Thesaurus.
Exactly. This was my answer. You're going to use their thesaurus. You're going to use their synonyms. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So always remember, the moment when you are just taking the questions again and again, don't copy the words from the don't copy the words from the question only. If you're going to copy them, it will become very, very pathetic for you. Why? Because the moment when you're copying the words from the question, it will become completely fake. Means what? You're just a copier. Means you're copycat. You're just copying from here and just putting over there. So it will not look so good. So better than that, you can just do one thing. You can just write down some summaries on behalf of yours, and you can just put there some synonyms, and you can use a thesaurus. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Apart from this one, number two, main body. 2 or 3 paragraphs highlighted describe the three places information, pick out the remote, relevant, and interesting information. Now, as you can see here in letter writing, I'm going to show you. So if you have, by the way, you're going to give the general test, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, but still, for academic one, you should know the little bits, that if you're going to write that the main paragraph, so you're going to write down there information, like for example general information will be there, then advantages, disadvantages, features, and each and everything will be coming there. Okay, whatever they have just showed, so you're going to just summarize the main thing here in the main paragraph. Okay, in the main body. Next one, at the end, you're going to write down in the conclusion. That's what, how you're going to bed the letter. What do you mean by bedding? Letter bedding.
How you want to
How are you?
finish the letter?
Pardon?
How you are going to finish the letter?
Correct. How are you going to finish the lecture? Now, one more thing would like to ask you, Miss Apekshita, that you
Salutation.
might, pardon?
Salutation.
Yeah, salutation. Now, let me ask you one simple question. The way we are starting letters and ending letters in our India or in our local English, how do they write? Now, let me ask you something and you have to answer me yourself. All right?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what have you learned, and see, I just bet you that whatever you have learned in your school and whatever I have just learned in my school as well, it was absolutely wrong. I can just bet you this one. Now let me show you here. Point number one. Suppose if you are writing, okay ma'am,
Yes,
suppose
sir.
if you are writing a letter to the headmaster for 2 days leave, how do you write it? Can you please tell me? How do you write it? The moment when you are
First address,
writing a letter to the headmaster, how do you write it? Yes?
address, date,
Yeah, you are going to put here,
subject.
you're going to put here on the right side the address of your,
Yes,
okay,
right
address
side.
of,
Principal.
now,
My address.
yeah, correct, it is what, sender's address over here, right?
Yes, sir.
In on this side, on the right hand side, there will be what, sender's address, and
So
what
on
will
this
be this?
side.
Pardon?
On this side.
Yeah, and what is this one?
Receiver's address.
Correct, receiver's address. Now this is what a normal letter, okay, not a block style letter. Normal letter you're
So
going
we
to write
write sender's address here only.
here also,
Or receiver's address.
here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is in the block style, not in a normal style. In block style you have to write each and everything on this one only.
Yes, sir. I was in a convent school. I write all the things at the right side.
Okay, here on the left side only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, no problem. So by the way, so this is what sender's address, okay, over here.
Yes.
But this is called block style. There are two types of letters we also have: intended style and block style. Okay. That I'll
Yes.
show you in detail. Don't worry about it. So point number one. So this is what sender's address and then receiver's address. What do you do the next?
Date.
Yeah, you put their date. Next one,
Subject.
correct. You put there a
Subject.
subject. Suppose you have finished here with date and all, with sender's address, receiver's address, each and everything has been finished over here, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
after that, you just write there the subject, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, very nice. And then,
Respected sir, ma'am.
ah ha ha ha, very nice. What else?
Then directly start the letter.
Correct.
Hello, I'm
Respected.
Apekshita Hargude.
Very nice. So respected sir and madam. Then you start the main letter. Okay. How do you end it?
Your faithfully, Apekshita Hargude.
Okay. Yours faithfully, Apekshita Hargode. What else do you write there? Do you write there thanking you?
Yes, sir, we can write there.
Okay. You write
Thanking
there.
you, you're obediently.
Correct. You thanking you, right?
Yes.
Now let me tell you one more thing, ma'am. Now, as you're going to use the logic, this is absolutely wrong format. Now you might be wondering, oh my God, how is it? Yes, it is absolutely a wrong format because I'll show you directly the book of UK. They do not use such kind of words. They do not use such kind of format over there in their own letters. Let me ask you one simple question. The moment when you are going to ask 2 days holiday to the principal, right? Physically, the moment when you're going to ask 2 days holiday to the principal, how do you go? Please tell me.
Subject, sir.
How do you go?
With the body.
Hi, yeah. By physically you're walking and you're going to the principal's office, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you request him?
Good evening, sir.
First of all, right?
Yes.
Very good. Then,
I'm Apekshita Hargude. In your class, studying
okay,
in 10th standard. I just want a leave for 2 days
okay. Now see,
due to some reason.
I'll tell you one more thing. First of all, you're going to go to the principal. You're going to knock the door, right?
May I come in, sir?
May I come in, sir? Correct. Then you're going to wish the principal, right? Good evening,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Good
Right?
evening.
Or are you going to just open the door? I want 2 days holiday. Good evening, sir.
No, sir.
Are you going to say like this?
No, sir.
Not at all. Means what? Ultimately, you're going to knock the door. Means what? As you have entered, you're going to wish him first. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now here, our teachers are there. I'm really sorry to say this one. Those teachers, oh, those are illiterate. They are writing first subject. I want 2 days holiday. Good evening, sir. They are writing later on. Good evening, sir. Respected, sir. Means what? Maniniya Srimanta, sir. Abari ahot. Ahaha. Is this respected? If you are writing respected internationally, they'll think you are writing me now respected. Means outside I'm irrespected, right?
No, sir.
Like this. Apart from this one, let me ask you one simple question. You might have heard many of the times in English, people are asking, okay, ma'am, what's a good name? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You can't ask this good name internationally. If you are asking someone good name internationally, the person will think, oh my God, you're asking my good name. Means what? I have bad name also. You don't want to ask my bad name. Means what? I have some bad name also. So the person will get angry. Suppose. Are you getting the point?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what exactly I want to tell you, that you can't use their such format. Means what? Subject will not be coming at the beginning. First, the greeting will be coming here, and then subject would be coming after the greeting. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Logically. I'll show you the book. If you find, I'll send you the book. I'll send you the PDF of it. If you
Okay,
find
sir.
on a single letter even the subject is coming first and then the greeting is coming later, I'll give you 1 crore rupees award.
Oh,
Why? Because there is no single letter in that book which contains such kind of format. Is that clear?
no. Yes, sir.
Means what? Ultimately what our teachers are teaching us, it is not so correct. Now let me tell you one more thing. At the end, if you're going to write there thanking you, you will not find even a single letter of foreigners book they are writing thanking you. Why? They don't write even for a single time. Why? Because this thanking you, it came from what? Slavery. When India was a slave of
British.
British people, when India was the colony of British people, at that time when they used to play cricket, who? British people, when they used to play cricket, so they used to hit a ball, and our Indian used to go and he used to come like this, yellow my bab. So Yellow My Bap, at that time they used to make our Indian to write the letters for the appointment. So at the end they used to make us to write down there thanking you. Means what? आम्ही तुमचे आभारी आहोत. आम्ही भिकारी आहोत. And they never write this one. You will never ever find even a single letter that they are writing thanking you. Thanking you. Oh माझे माय बाप. ते आपल्या इथे भिकारीपणा चालतो ते आपल्या शाळेत. They don't use it. They don't use it. So point number one, we could not write the subject first. Point number two, we could not write there. After that, greetings, and we could not write greeting like this. Point number four, we could not write there thanking you. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? So this is what exactly what format we are just means what format are we following over here? That format is absolutely wrong format. All right.
Yes.
Now, so here it is what 2 or 3 sentences that will summarize your whatever you have written in the letter. Okay. Point number
Yes.
3. Now, tips and strategy of writing. Now, task 2. As you know well, the task 1 is there. Task 1 is there for letter writing. Okay. You'll contain a task 1 for letter writing, that you're going to write there a letter, formal letter, informal letter, or semi-formal letter. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Semi-formal letters are what? You are just going to write someone for inviting your colleagues. For example, your official colleague is there and you're inviting that official colleague. So means what? You're not going to go for so free to him. You're not going to go so closer to him, and you're not going to be so formal to that person. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
So that is called semi-formal letter. Now, tips and strategies of writing. That what? General task, writing task 2. And in both of them, academic and general, task 2 is the same for both of them. Task 2 is the same, that they have to write an essay. Is that clear?
Yes,
So now
sir.
the moment when you are writing an essay, same format. As you are speaking, as you're writing the letter, as you're writing the essay as well, all of them have the same format. General writing and academic writing have the same format. Introduction, paragraph, main body, and conclusion remark. That's it of an essay. If they're going to make you write an essay on globalization or demonetization or anything else, like for example, they are not going to ask you for demonetization, but still if they are going to ask you about multimedia, at the time you're going to start your introduction first in the essay, then you're going to write down there the main body, and then you're going to conclude the letter with the some remark. Okay. Now for example, in the introduction paragraph, 1 or 2 sentences starting your reason for writing the essay. Don't write the full paragraph over there. The moment when you are writing, don't write a lengthy paragraph in the introduction, because
Sir,
people
how
are
many
not,
paragraphs you have to write in essay?
in essay I could just believe that you can write there 4 to 5, like 4 to 5 paragraphs, no problem at all, because see, it will contain what, 250 words, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So if it is containing 250 words, so it will give you 40 minutes test. Means it is a 40 minutes test, so you're going to get there more than half an hour, and you're going to write there at least 4 to 5 what do we say, paragraphs. So it will give a very good remark as well, because what I just committed mistake before, you shouldn't commit over there. Is that clear? So this is what
Yes,
I have
sir.
learned here, that you're going to write there 4 to 5 paragraphs in IELTS writing in the essay. Next, in main body, you're going to expand each and every bullet points in separate paragraph. Whatever they have just told you, you're going to just elaborate them in separate paragraphs. As I've told you, just you're going to conclude it in 4 to 5 paragraphs. So means what, ultimately the at least 3 to 4 paragraphs would be coming with your main body of an essay. Okay. And at
Okay,
the
sir.
end of the essay, that you're going to just summarize the essay, and that's what the conclusion is there. So conclusion remark is what, say what you expect to happen, hope, and sign off any inappropriate style of a letter. Yours faithfully or yours sincerely. Is it there thanking you?
No, sir.
Again, now I'll tell you one more thing. Now suppose for example, semi-formal
Excuse
letters,
me,
have you ever
sir.
tried before semi-formal?
No, sir.
Okay, now let me ask you one simple question. That if you're writing a letter to me, okay, to me, okay,
Okay,
ma'am,
sir.
yeah, if you're writing a letter to me, as you know well that you're my nature, I'm just quite funny and all.
Yes,
And
sir.
apart from this one, even I'm the teacher over here. So we are being so formal as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Semi-formal letter.
Yeah, if you're going to write a semi-formal letter, so how are you going to conclude the letter? What are you going to write there at the end? Yours faithfully, yours sincerely, what are you going to write there?
You're faithfully.
Yours faithfully. It is also correct, yours faithfully, but I would like to prefer that yours sincerely. Do you know why? Because
Why?
yours sincerely is used even in informal letter as well as in formal letters, but yours faithfully, it is completely formal.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so just focus on especially which one.
You're sincerely.
Yours sincerely, because the moment when you're going to write the yours sincerely, it is what, like, you're going to write it in formal as well as informal as well as in semi-formal letter. Is that clear? So it will give the touch, the personal touch over there to the reader. The moment when you're writing a letter, so especially even now, the moment when I just crack an interview or I apply for an interview, or if a company asks me for a formal letter to me, so I just write there at the end, yours sincerely. I don't write the thanking you, pinking you, because we are not beggars, we are just,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so we are just write that your sincerely. So your sincerely comes under what? Formal, informal as well as semi-formal. Okay. And yours
Yes.
faithfully, it comes especially in,
Formal letter.
exactly, especially in formal letter. And completely informal letter, as you know well, that they are going to add in with love and all, your lovers and your
Sir.
side and your pretty side, this one, getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next one. Now, uh next one comes with your this tips and
So,
strategies of
so
writing. Yeah, yeah,
can you
yeah.
please take backside? So, how could be essay by this conclusion? You sincerely. It's task two.
No, 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 no. It is not an essay. Sorry, sorry. We are not going to end it like this with yours faithfully an essay. It was about the letters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was about the letters only. See, as I've just told you here, say what you expect to happen and hope and sign off in an appropriate style of letter. So it is what about the letter, not for essay. Okay?
Yes,
It
sir.
is
There is written task two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. But actually, this is a typographical mistake over there. But it was
Okay.
what about the letter only. That, as I'm going to just show you today, letter only, not the essay.
Okay, sir.
I'm just showing you over here. But today I'm going to have you over here for what do we say? Letter. Now this is what tips and strategies for writing, and that's what academic test and general test writing task two. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to have it later, and this is what the essay. Do's and don'ts of IELTS. Point number one, add examples from your own experience if asked. Now, let me ask you one simple question. I have a simple question to you, Miss Apekshita Harwadi. Can you
Yes,
please come on
sir.
the camera? I want to have some discussion with you.
Okay, sir.
Good girl. So, by the way, what was your percentage in the last exam? Means in the last class?
Last class ninth.
Yeah, class 9.
I have not collected the mark book.
But okay, what about the class 8?
Class at 71%.
71%. Do you hesitate while going for an exam that what could be the and how could be the exam? What I'm going to write there? Do you feel some hesitation? Do you feel under the ground
Never,
while going for really?
never.
Never. Why don't you fear? I'm really happy for this one. Huh?
I never feel like that. I just go and crack it.
Okay. And how do you study?
Whatever will happen with me, not
Oh,
others.
wow. Seeing first time a girl with such kind of attitude that whatever will happen with me. I don't care about the world. That's really great.
Yes, sir.
Impressive, impressive. I just really like such people that who have this kind of mentality as well. Otherwise you find there are many of the people are that they are depressed, they're taking tension, and I just say the biggest fool on the earth is the person who is taking tension.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm going to Cambridge. My father allowing me.
Guy, great, 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 great. That's it. Like you people only can work in means are going to work in Cambridge. Otherwise, the
Yes.
people with such kind of mentality, I don't believe that they are going to have their work over there. It's none of their business. So I was just asking you, the way you are going and cracking the exams, it is really, you're quite confident as well, and I'm really happy that you're learning such a great skill at this at beginning of your age. Now, one more thing would like to tell you. The moment when you're going for your exam, even for your class 10 exam, okay?
Yes.
Remember this now. What book are you preferring to study right now? As you have started with your schools, right?
Yes, sir.
What books are they preferring?
School
What
books,
what
textbook,
publication is that? Bal Bharti,
Lok Bharti.
Lok Bharti. Okay. Okay. And what type of digest are you using? What publication are you using?
Nothing.
Nothing. You are just taking the notes of their schools, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Before,
sir.
have you used any other digesters before and all? Reliables digests?
No, sir.
No. Let me tell you one more thing.
The
That
notes teachers give.
okay, the notes which teachers give you just
Yes,
go and
sir. Prefer that.
okay, you prefer that. Let me tell you one more thing. I would like to motivate you as you're already motivated by this one, but I'd like to motivate you more because as I'm going to show you today, writing. And writing task is the toughest task according to the IELTS. Why? Because they say that our point of views are not going to match exactly with the person who is opposite to us. Means what? The person who is the examiner and who's going to read the essays and letters of yours. So means what? His point of view is really different. Your point of view is really different. What is
Everyone has a different mindset.
correct? So this is what exactly they are not going to give you the exactly 9 out of 9. Are you getting that? Bands.
Yes, sir.
So let me tell you one more thing. Always remember, have courage in yourself. If you're going for your school, suppose if you're just following your Lok Bharti, right?
Yes.
Some of the students they might be following Vision publication. Some of the students might be following
Navneet.
Rally publication. Huh?
Navneet.
Navneet
Followed by all in our school.
yeah, Navneet publication, Nirali publication, Vision publication, Techmax publication, and what do we say? Sharp publication, Pragati publication, Urli Kanchan publication, Sorget publication.
Kanchan.
People are using so many books over there. Now let me ask you a single piece of question, and that's what people ask their multiple means. It is the exam for all of us, right?
Yes.
Now, if you are going to write the answer from Navneet, and if a boy is there means if another candidate is there he's going to write an answer from Nirali, who's going to get the full marks?
Whose answer is at the point, who have
Exactly.
understand it clearly.
I'll tell you one more thing. Do you know what examiner has read what sort of books, what publication has he read?
School books.
But do you know what examiner what
No.
school books have they read? No. Do you know what publication is he preferring?
No.
He prefers only the theory.
Yes,
Only
sir.
the theory he prefers, otherwise he prefers nothing. Point number one, some of the students are there, they are making their own notes. Some of the students they are taking only classwork notes. They are, some of the students they are just studying from the textbook. All of them have completely different mindsets with the different thoughts of writing the answer. So
Yes.
always remember the moment when you're writing, I'm just telling you all these things, all this scenario I'm just creating over here. Why? Because I just want to tell you only one line, and that the moment when you're writing, just put up your 100% in writing. Means whatever you feel, whatever you think in reality, just put up there in your writing. Then only you're going to get success. Because in my first one I just only earned 6 bands, only 6 bands in writing. Then in the second one I earned around 7.7 bands only.
Yes, sir.
This is what the third one, that in this one I've just earned their 8.5 bands in writing. So I want to tell you that if you're going to write the reality, it will become very easy for you. Is that clear? So whatever your
Yes.
thought process is there, your mindset is there, whatever you think,
Don't do the donkey work.
exactly this is what I expect from yourself. Means if you're just copying from somewhere and putting up there that philosophies and all, it will not help you a lot over there. Just put up your own ideas and own thoughts with the mindset. That will help you a lot to crack this IELTS. Uh, this is what do we say? Writing one, especially the essay. Okay. Now, as you can see here, point number one, add examples from your own experience if they ask you. Okay. If they ask you to write down your experiences and all, so you're going to add there some points. Use punctuation correctly. Now, let me ask you one simple question: that how to shout in an essay or in writing? Do you know how to shout
Exclamatory
in
mark.
writing? By
Exclamatory mark.
correct, by exclamation mark. Correct. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
by exclamatory mark, you're going to put there some exclamation mark over there and it will become your shouting. For example, if you want to write down some dialogues, if you want to just narrate someone, so at the time you're going to put there into inverted commas.
Yes, sir.
The moment when you're just pausing over there, you're going to put there word comma.
Comma.
The moment when you're going to finish it, you're going just going to put
Full
there
stop.
full stop, because they are going to point out each and everything over there. The way you are writing means what it must look that you are just talking to the examiner over there in the
We should
paper.
understand what is my view to write it.
Correct, exactly. Means what he should come to know that what the person is exactly speaking to him or her. You might have read, as you're good reader as well, so you might have read many of the books, right? And
Yes, sir.
in books, what do you feel that? Are you talking? Did you feel ever that you're talking to the directly author?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are some
Sometimes,
things.
sometimes we feel that yeah, really we are just talking to the author here. Yes or no?
They write it so neatly and clearly that we think it. That
Correct,
he's in front of us and talking to us.
correct. This is what exactly I want just to tell me that what exactly are you going to do over there? Now, next one is what separate the arguments for and against into different paragraphs. Okay, separate the arguments over there. Whatever the arguments you're going to put, just to put there, for example, for, against, just separate them. Okay, next
Okay,
one.
sir.
Now you're going to write there each and everything in neatly in the paragraphs. If you're going to write it in the same paragraph, and if you're going to just make it more complex, it will become very complex for you to get the grade
Marks.
backs. All right, so just make the paragraph so particular just to explain the particular points over there. Just for example, now most of the people are there, as they do the same mistake in speaking. What do they do there? They just mix up the matters over there and it becomes very messy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Don't do such mistakes in your writing as well. Just put up the different paragraphs for different arguments. Then use the right tone. What do you mean by right tone?
We should not be so formal and so informal.
Exactly, actually I want you to be very formal there at the time of writing an essay. Why should you be so formal? Because generally essays are formal only, not informal. Now you might have seen there, for example, have you ever heard or have you ever seen there that the people are just writing the essays in very slum and very clumsy language?
No, sir.
No, because they are pretty formal. So at that time, the moment when you are writing the essay, it must be very amazing. Means what, it shouldn't hurt anyone.
Okay, sir.
Only use possessive personal pronouns when giving your opinion. Now let me tell you one more thing. What do you mean by possessive and personal pronouns? Do you know?
Pronounce.
For
I know
example, like
he,
my or
he,
mine.
she, they, my.
Correct. So possessive pronouns only giving while giving your opinion. For example, only use possessive or personal pronouns while giving your own opinion. For example, my opinion is what? You can say like this. Don't say
My
we.
opinion. According to my opinion.
Correct. Now, most of the people are there. Now, generally, what do I write over here in my article? I generally deliver the message to the public, and I just make them to be aware of that what they are doing and what we are doing. So I just write there we. If you see generally in my
Yes,
article
sir.
on LinkedIn and all, you will find there the word we I just put there. I don't put there I. Why? Because at that time I'm a teacher. The moment when
Yes.
I'm writing, I'm just teaching the students, I'm teaching the people over there, right? So
Yes,
what do
sir.
I write here? I write like we, but you don't have to commit this mistake in your essay. Why? Because you're going to give your opinion, so it is your opinion, right? Not the examiner's.
To the teacher.
Yeah, to the teacher. So means what, it is your opinion, not the examiner's, not the teacher's opinion. So you're going to write there, it's my opinion. I say like this, I do like this, I think like this, I bet you like this, I guess, I think, I feel, I thought, or
Right.
it's my opinion. The opinion is mine. It's my personal view. It's my point of view. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to use there the words I and my. Next one, lead from one paragraph to another well. Connecting words are vital. Now remember this. Now do not connect two paragraphs together. If you're finishing one, then appropriately finish it one in one only. The moment when you're going to start the new paragraph, it must be something really new. It is not connected with the first one. Is that clear?
Yes,
As
sir.
I've just told you before also, that you are going to just separate the paragraphs, okay, into different paragraphs. Next one, various grammar. Now grammar is really vary. What do you mean by vary? Different kinds of grammar you're going to use
Different
there.
kinds of grammar.
Don't use only one single grammar over there, which will just hurt the examiner again and again. So just you should be very good with grammar. And one more thing, Miss Apekshita, if you have any problem with grammar also, you can just ask me, because in this one I'm going to teach you even grammar as well. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it will become very easy for you to write down easily. Now let
So
me
I
ask
need the
you,
book, grammar book, for
uh,
Cambridge University.
I'll do one thing. I'll give you the soft copy of it
Okay.
for now. And if you wanted the hard copy, I'll get it as I have for the students as well. So you can get it whenever you're going to meet me.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't worry. So point number one, I wanted to ask you one simple question. May I?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The moment when someone knocks at the door, okay, and we ask, who is this? What shall we answer there? It's
Apekshita Hargude.
instead of name,
It's me.
people say it's me, right?
It's me.
But they are wrong. How?
This me can be anyone.
No, 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 no. You are only the one, right?
Yes.
You're only the one over there. But now let me tell you how and why it is not it's me. It must be it's I. It's
I.
yeah. What I told you just now, just pay attention over here, okay? It must be what? It's
It's I.
I, not it's me. Okay? Not
Okay.
it's me. Not it's me. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now why? Let me just give you a little just short चटका बोल देते हैं ना अपने इधर,
Yes.
चटका देने वाला हूँ. Have a look here. Now, John called. No. Okay. I called John. Okay.
Yes.
Now, just can you just reverse this sentence?
John called I.
John called. Do we say like this?
I.
No. John called.
John called me.
Correct. Right. This is very good. I called John. Correct.
Yes.
So every sentence in English contains three parts of it. What are those three parts? Can you please tell me?
Subject, verb, and object.
Ah, very nice. Very good, girl. That's what subject, verb, and object. That's what point number one is what subject. Next one is what
Object,
verb,
subject, verb, and object.
and the last one is what an object, right? So what is object over here? John, correct?
Yes.
What is subject over here? I.
John. Yes.
And what
I.
is verb over here? Called, correct?
Called.
So generally we have in subject I. Can we say like this? Me called John. आता आपण मराठी बोलतो का मी बोललो तुला?
No.
No, it is not Marathi, it is English. So we are not doing it is the me called John. We say I called John, right? And the moment when
Yes,
you are
sir.
just making it in passive voice, whenever the moment when you are just turning the sentence into another one, I called John. If you see here, I is what subject. What is subject now? Tell me. The part of a sentence which comes before verb is called subject. Okay?
Yes.
And the part of a sentence which comes after verb is called
Object.
before verb, subject.
Subject.
And after verb, object.
Object.
Okay, so what is verb over here? Called. Called is
Called.
the verb. So I called John. So
John.
called is the verb. So what is I? I is the subject before it is coming. And John is coming after that, after the verb. So John is the object. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in this sentence, if you see here, in this sentence, you will find there that John called me. Again, what is subject? John. Okay.
John.
Correct. And what is verb? Called. What comes before verb is what? Subject. Am I right?
Called. Subject. Yes.
Yeah. What comes after verb is called object. Am I right?
Object. Yes, sir.
So me will be always in object. For example, do you ever say like this? They called I, they kicked I, they played with I. Do we say like this?
No.
You say
No.
they called me, they played with me, they kicked me, They hoped for me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So they played with me. In this sentence, what is subject?
Subject is they.
Correct. And what is verb?
Play.
Correct. Played is the verb. And what is object?
Me.
Correct. Are you seeing this one? So always
Yes.
remember, my dear, that me will be in object, not in subject. Me will be
Okay, sir.
always in object, not in subject. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So it is I. The full sentence is what? It is I who is knocking.
Knocking the door.
Correct. It is I who is knocking the door. Now, in this sentence, what is a verb?
Knocking.
Correct. Now, just highlight the verb. Is knocking is the verb. Correct. Now, what comes before
Yes.
verb is what?
Subject.
So, what is subject here?
I.
Correct. It
It's
is
I who.
who. It is what subject. And what is object? The door. Yes. Hello.
The door. Hello, sir.
Correct. The door. Yeah, the door is the object, right? Now you tell
Yes.
me, in subject, it is I who. It is coming. Can we say it is me?
No.
So it will become very, very nonsense. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And our people are using it so much. Grammar
And
is in
if you
front.
say it's I, they will just say you are the wrong.
They are idiots. Sorry to say this. I can just prove this from Scottish book. A Scottish book is there. Scotland. It is from Scotland, and that book is containing the full rule over here. So just show them. Can we just write down the me in subject? Can we say like this? Me called you. ते का
No.
मराठी आहे का? मी तुला बोलवलेले मी. नाही. Me called you. How can we say like this? Means it will become something really nonsense. Are you getting the points?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So grammar is really very amazing, and you should be ready with it. Next, write neatly as it values reader-writer relationship. As I've told you that as you're going to write, it will give the great impact on the reader, that how you build up the relationship with the reader. It will show how are you writing. Now, did you see my articles on
Yes,
LinkedIn?
sir. Yes,
How are they?
sir.
The moment when I write, I just make them to realize what exactly I want to say. I just pinch them. If you see the lines that I want to fail again, the moment when they see the lines, oh my god, the man is, I think, really cracked. He wants to fail again. Something is fishy really there. The moment when they read it, they realize, "Are we are learning something from it." Means what? I just build up the relationship between the reader and the listener. Are you getting the points? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next one is what? Write maturely to reflect mature way of thinking. Point number one. It is what the simple thing that people are just writing, with
Yes,
funny
sir.
ways and all, with very kiddish moment. Hello, madam gone. Hello,
Yes, sir.
where were you?
It's a network issue.
Okay, so as I've just written here, write maturely to reflect your mature way of thinking. Point number one. So this is what, remember, the moment when you are writing, it shouldn't be so kiddish.
No childish words.
Yeah, no childish words should be there. And see, always remember, don't put there any slang language. Okay?
Yes, sir. Local language.
Yeah, local language. Don't put there anything like this.
It's tube light.
Tube light, Colgate. Mr.
Colgate Violet.
Yeah,
Water.
water. So make a plan in 3 to 5 minutes. It makes your essay more organized. Now let me tell you one more thing. The moment when you're writing, just don't keep on writing, okay? Before, as I've just told you, how much do we get time to think of before speaking?
1 minute.
1 minute. It is the same. I will tell you that take 2 to 3 minutes to think of before writing. Okay, if you want to
Yes,
write
sir.
a very beautiful essay, take 2 3 minutes and you can just point out there some of the notes that yeah, I'm going to just write down on this one, and what do I think that my opinions are what, so just point out them with pencil. You can just write down over there and then you can elaborate them in your essay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so just don't write unnecessarily as we used to write in our school.
Yes, sir.
Unnecessarily माझी आई, आता माझ्या आईवर खूप बोलतोय आपण. तर it is not like that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Some write like this. माझ्या आईचा जन्म ह्या ठिकाणी ह्या तारखेला झाला.
It looks very kiddish. Remember this one.
Nonsense thing.
Yeah. It becomes very nonsense, and due to this one, people get very irritated. The people who are reading it. So make a plan in 3 to 5 minutes. Means what? It makes an easy. Means it makes an essay more organized, mature, and conveys the positive image of you. How are you going to represent yourself in front of him? That matters a lot. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it will show you how you're going to interact with the reader. Next, make your opinion very clear, formal, and reasoned point of view with given details. Now, let me tell you one more thing. Most of the people are there, they are very, funky type people, and they just, what do they do? Just the moment when they express themselves in writing, also, once what happened, you won't believe, and means you'll be thinking, "Arey yaar, what the hell is this?" Once what happened in my exam, it was the exam of
Social science.
social science is what it was.
Yes.
So one of my colleague was there, my mate was there, classmate, and I asked him that what have you written. So first of all, he asked me, "Arey, today it was what that about the teacher they had to ask about the primary teacher. Pre-primary teachers are they? What is your own opinion that how should they be?" I said that yeah, I have written them. I have written for them that they should look after the children and they should provide them all the facilities also, and they should give good services over there just to teach them, because as they are the new plant, and if they're going to grow the good plants over there, so the plants are going to become something really greater in future. I asked him what have you written, so that he said that I've just written there that the even teachers should be prepared for the diapers of the students. I said, what the shit is this? Have you written such and such really like this? He said, yeah, I have just written that the teachers should be well prepared for the diapers of the students as well. If they are going to do something dirty over there, they should be very prepared with it. Means what, it will help the society that is becoming the cleaner over there. Yeah, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan निकाला.
स्वच्छ भारत अभियान.
So this is what such kind of people we have in the society. So make your opinion very clear and formal and reasoned point of view that will give you your own image. If they're going to give you your something, nonsense image, I mean the person will think, "Arey yaar, he's really an idiot." So you shouldn't give your own image like this. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So remember this one. Now some do's and don'ts we have over here. Don'ts I'm going to just explain it tomorrow. Those are really very, very very few don'ts are there that you should, and I believe that you might be knowing most of them, but still
Yes,
we're going
I
to
have
have
the
it
screenshot.
tomorrow and see. Now this document you have with yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just go and just check out today. The questions are there which are highlighted, and then answers are there, model answers are there,
Okay, sir.
how they have written the letter. Okay,
Yes, sir.
for the letter they have given over here, so how they have written the letter I'm going to explain you tomorrow once again.
Okay, sir.
All right, tomorrow we shall have the test of it. All right.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Do you want to ask any questions?
No, sir.
And I'll watch your videos today itself, and we'll give it to you. We'll give you the
Yes, sir.
feedback sooner.
Yes, and the thing was very good. शेर के मुंह में हाथ डालना.
I'm just trying my best, and I'm just collecting the words. If you have any other dialogues like this from any movie, so you can just send it to me so I can just see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Sure, sure.
I told my friends too, and they said we will like and subscribe the channel.
Wow, that's really great. Amazing. Glad to know this one as well. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes, sir.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.